Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my video on playoff predictions of the divisional playoff games. Starting off with the Chiefs versus the Steelers. Steelers ended up beating the Dolphins. They had a great game against Miami. They were just stuffing them. Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown were breaking around, and they were getting some big plays with Le'Veon Bell with 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown with 2 touchdowns. They ended up smushing the Dolphins 30-12, and they've really gotten this run game back since Le'Veon Bell came back. And also, the big targets to Antonio Brown that Ben Roethlisberger has been hitting, they've been making big plays like that. They have been shutting out games like that big one against Miami. They absolutely just put the game away from the start. Then on the Chiefs' hand, they haven't played a playoff game yet. They've been, though, even in the regular season, they've been looking real good with some big defensive backs like Eric Berry and Marcus Peters. This Steelers offense has to be ready. Antonio Brown, one of the greater receivers in the NFL right now, he has to get away from these big defensive backs. Eric Berry's been a monster this year, just big picks, big plays, batting balls, and he's done a great job. And also, this Steelers offensive line has to be ready for some big defensive linemen on the Chiefs that can put some big pressure on you, like Tom Bahali, Justin Houston. And those guys can find holes and just start stalling your game. I think they could take down Le'Veon Bell, slow down their running game, but also they won't have a problem with that because they have big defensive backs. And Antonio Brown and Martavis Bryant, they have to be getting open and get things going on offense. On the Chiefs side of offense, though, Jamal Charles will not be playing, and that's a big disappointment. But Tyreek Hill is a big target. He's had some huge games. He has punt return touchdowns, and he has kick return touchdowns, and he's going to be somebody to watch. On the other hand, though, Spencer Ware has still been keeping this run game alive. I think this Chiefs team is prepared. I think the Steelers team is looking pretty good, but I think Chiefs will finish off Pittsburgh. Then, Texans versus Patriots. This Texans ended up beating the Raiders 27-14, very disappointing game. And this Texans team, they sure have looked good though. And Osweiler now is going to start. I don't know. This team, it's just questionable with Osweiler, with Tom Savage and concussion protocol. It's going to be tricky because this Patriot offense, they have some big veterans like Tom Brady. Even though without Gronkowski, they're still a great team. Tom Brady can hit some big balls to Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, and their run game has looked awfully good too, with LeGarrette Blount leading it, and he has just pushed he's a big running back, 250 some pounds, and he can push this defensive line. But this defensive line, on the other hand, has looked very hot. They've got Jadeveon Clowney, Vance Wilfork, some big guys. They've won the greatest defenses right now, and they've looked awfully good. But this Patriots team, their defenses look good too, with Malcolm Butler leading the cornerbacks, and they've got some big guys. I don't think this young Texan team is quite ready for them. I think I'm going to go Patriots. Now, on the NFC side, starting off with the Cowboys-Packers. Packers end up smoking the Giants 38-13 in Lambeau Field. They look very good. Jordy Nelson went out with an ankle injury, though. That is bad news for Green Bay. So now it looks like Devontae Adams is going to come back in. They got Randall Cobb back, though. That's good news for them. He had some nice touchdowns against the Giants. But this Cowboys team, they haven't played a playoff game yet. They ended their season 13-3. I think one of their most impressive seasons, especially starting out with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, just absolutely blowing the running game. And he is I believe, is the greatest rusher in the league right now. And this defense too has looked awfully good with Sean Lee. Hopefully DeMarcus Lawrence Taylor will come back in. I'm sorry, that's another thing. But the Packers, though, they got a very good defense. They got Clay Matthews back, the defense coming back to life. Hopefully they'll get Sam Shields back. But this team, they've really started picking something up. They had a very slow start to their season. They were 4-2, then they lost 4. They were 4-6, and they came back with 6 straight wins, I believe. But this Cowboys team, they got a nice linebacker with Sean Lee, and this defense, Champ Bailey and stuff, they're doing a great job. And they've got to keep that momentum going, and I think they'll knock off Green Bay, so I'm going Dallas. Then the final game, Seahawks Falcons. Alright, this is going to be a great game. Seahawks somehow turned around and destroyed the Lions 26-6. Unbelievable. I thought Lions were going to win. They were started looking real good. Seahawks started to slow down, but somehow Seattle pulled it off big time. But on the other hand, Atlanta, they've looked really good. They've got a nice quarterback, Matt Ryan, MVP candidate, and he has some big receivers. The best, I believe, Julio Jones, then Mohamed Sanu, then Justin Hardy. He can find some big balls. Running game's getting better with Coleman. Defense, it needs to be a little bit stronger. They've been a little bit slow in the last couple games, so Vic Beasley has to step up and get something going. Because the Seahawks team, they have a big defense too, and this offense, though, the Falcons have to be right because he has Jermaine Kearse and some great receivers like Paul Richardson, and they have a good running back, Thomas Rawls. He's been doing a great job filling in for Procise, who is out for a while. And this game is going to be very good. Atlanta but this Seattle defense has looked awfully good. Bennett in the front with some big other guys. Richard Sherman in the back. I doubt Earl Thomas will come back in though with a broken leg. But I think Atlanta has proven that they can win some big games. I'm going Atlanta. Thank you for watching How Rare Blog, and I'll see you next week.